Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines.
President Donald Trump has called on Israel and Iran to immediately halt their exchange of attacks following the most serious confrontation since the regional ceasefire began 2 months ago. In a post on Truth Social, Trump urged both sides to stop shooting. Iran says it has ended its military operations against Israel, but warned that any further Israeli strikes in Lebanon could trigger a stronger response. In a statement carried by Iranian media, the Khatam al-Anbiya central headquarters said its actions were carried out in support of the Lebanese people following Israeli attacks on southern Lebanon and Beirut's southern suburbs. Meanwhile, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian said Tehran remains committed to both diplomacy and national defense, stressing that Iran has abandoned neither the battlefield nor the negotiating table. Soon after, Benjamin Netanyahu also announced halting attacks, but warned that Israel will respond with force if Iran launches further attacks. In a video statement, Netanyahu rejected what he described as a new equation in which Israeli military action in Lebanon is met with Iranian retaliation.
Earlier, Israel has claimed to have hit a petrochemical plant in Iran's southwest, along with strikes elsewhere on military targets, after US President Donald Trump reportedly told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to refrain from further attacks. In the first hit on an energy site inside Iran since the April 8th ceasefire, Israel said it struck targets at the Marshal petrochemical complex, while a provincial official told Iran's semi-official Fars news agency parts of the plant were damaged. Iran fired salvos of missiles at Israeli targets in retaliation, putting US-Iran peace talks at risk.
Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has said that the final objective of peace negotiations between the United States and Iran is just about to be achieved. In a social media post, the Premier urged all parties to exercise restraint and avoid further escalation. Pakistan has been mediating indirect talks between Washington and Tehran aimed at securing an interim agreement to halt hostilities and pave the way for broader negotiations.
Iran has blamed the United States for the latest exchanges of fire with Israel, accusing Washington of bearing responsibility for actions that Tehran says undermine regional peace and security. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Esmail Baghai said the recent escalation risks further damaging an already fragile diplomatic process between Tehran and Washington. Baghai also said Pakistan's mediation efforts remain part of ongoing indirect contacts with the United States, while warning that Iran would respond to any measures taken against it at this week's meeting of the International Atomic Energy Agency Board of Governors. Iran has warned that any new military action by Israel against Iran or Lebanon would trigger what it described as a devastating response as tensions continue to escalate across the region. Iranian officials said attacks on either Iran or Lebanon are unacceptable and stressed that maintaining the Lebanese ceasefire remains an important part of previous diplomatic understandings. Meanwhile, Britain has called on both sides to exercise restraint, while the US Embassy in Jerusalem has issued a security advisory and temporarily suspended consular services amid growing security concerns. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has held a telephone conversation with Pakistan's Field Marshal Asim Munir to discuss the latest regional security situation and matters of mutual interest. The call comes amid heightened tensions between Iran and Israel following a fresh exchange of attacks between the two countries. Iranian officials say Araghchi has also been in contact with senior diplomats from Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Britain and France as part of ongoing diplomatic efforts focused on de-escalation and regional stability.
Chinese President Xi Jinping has said that relations between China and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea have entered a new historical phase as he began a 2-day state visit to Pyongyang. During talks with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, both sides pledged to strengthen high-level exchanges, deepen strategic cooperation, and expand economic and people-to-people ties. The visit marks Xi's first trip to North Korea in 7 years and coincides with the 65th anniversary of the China-Deparque Treaty of Friendship, Cooperation and Mutual Assistance. Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan's Civil Contract Party has won Armenia's parliamentary election, securing 49.81% of the vote, according to preliminary results from the Central Election Commission. The main opposition alliance, Strong Armenia, led by Russian-Armenian billionaire Samvel Karapetyan, came second with 23.29%. Turnout stood at more than 58% in the election closely watched for its geopolitical implications. The result is seen as a boost for Pashinyan's pro-Western direction, including closer ties with the European Union and the United States, and a gradual distancing from Russia. European leaders, including Ursula von der Leyen and Emmanuel Macron, welcomed the outcome, while Moscow expressed concern over Armenia's shifting alignment. The death toll from a powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake off the southern Philippine island of Mindanao has risen to at least 32, with more than 130 people injured. Authorities have intensified search and rescue operations as emergency teams respond to building collapses, landslides, and widespread damage. The quake struck off the coast of Sarangani province and triggered tsunami warnings across parts of the region before they were later lifted.
That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.